Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another edition of the Unstoppable Denominators channel of Wrestling Results here on this channel. And today we have AEW Dynamite. This contains spoilers. Tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite was held live from the PNC Arena in Raleigh, NC. It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Tony Schiavone, Excalibur, and Jim Ross were the broadcast team for tonight's main event. The show began with a boom. Adam Cole, Baby, came to the ring with Red Dragon, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly. Cole says, "Who's ready for story time with Adam Cole, Baby? 2021 was a great year for us, and 2022 will be even better. Let me remind all of you, I haven't been beaten yet in AEW. And on top of that, the boys are back together. We've got Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, the baddest team on God's green." The Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, interrupted Cole. They were accompanied by associate stooge Brandon Cutler. Matt Jackson mockingly thanked them for their invite. Matt Jackson, "This is our company. We're the longest reigning tag team champions in company history. And our New Year's resolution is to get our tag belts back." O'Reilly says, "We have the exact same resolution. Fish, not a single team is going to get in our way. And that includes the Bucks." Cole says, "It's friendly competition. That's what makes us the best." The best friends interrupted Cole with Orange Cassidy leading the charge. Orange Cassidy hit the double leg takedown on Adam Cole and then hammered him with ground and pound shots. Best friends brawled with the Bucks and Red Dragon. Adam Cole fired back with a low blow on Orange Cassidy. Chris Statlander jumped into the ring to stop Adam Cole, but AEW World Champion Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, sprinted to the ring, blindsided Statlander, and then curb stomped her. Adam Cole super kicked Orange Cassidy, and then Cole and Baker kissed in the ring. CM Punk versus the War Dog Wardlow with MJF. Wardlow has won 18 matches in a row. I've been saying he's one of the cornerstones of AEW, said Jim Ross. The fans are besides themselves chanting for CM Punk, said Tony Schiavone, added Tony Schiavone. Punk and Wardlow locked up, and Wardlow shoved Punk into the turnbuckles. They locked up again and applied a side headlock. Wardlow shoved Punk into the ropes and then plowed Punk with a shoulder tackle. CM Punk retaliated with hard strikes and a kick to the midsection. Wardlow fought back by ramming his shoulder into Punk, who was cornered in the turnbuckles. Punk chopped at the outside thigh of Wardlow with stiff kicks. Wardlow quickly tried to put Punk through with his powerbomb symphony, but Punk had it scouted. Punk headed outside the ring to collect his thoughts. Punk tried for a tornado DDT off the turnbuckles, but Wardlow threw him right off and halfway across the ring. Wardlow tried a power bomb, but Punk escaped and assaulted Wardlow with kicks. Wardlow barely budged. He can take so much, marveled Schiavone. Punk connected with a springboard clothesline and took Wardlow off his feet. Finally, Punk charged in with a running knee strike in the corner onto Wardlow, but Punk took a moment to pop MJF in the middle with the middle finger. Wardlow seized the opportunity and powerbombed CM Punk. and then another powerbomb, and then a third powerbomb, and a fourth powerbomb, and a fifth one. 5 consecutive powerbombs by Wardlow, said Excalibur. It's going to be CM Punk's first loss, noted Schiavone. Wardlow went over to cover Punk for the pin, but MJF jumped up onto the apron and stopped Wardlow, saying he wanted more power bombs. Wardlow powerbombed CM Punk again. MJF ordered Wardlow to do it again. Wardlow planted Punk with a 7th powerbomb. MJF cleared off the timekeeper's table and commanded Wardlow to powerbomb Punk through it. Wardlow picked up Punk, who was dead weight at this point, and then smashed him through the table, breaking the table in half. Dr. Sampson checked on Punk at ringside. Punk barely managed to make it back into the ring, just beating ref Aubrey Edwards' count. MJF ordered Wardlow to powerbomb Punk again. Punk rolled up Wardlow in a small package and scored the pin. MJF is afraid of facing CM Punk that he cost Wardlow the biggest victory in Wardlow's pro career, said Excalibur. Here we go. This is the big moment right here. We might see Wardlow go up against MJF. So MJF shoved Wardlow after the match and screamed at Wardlow. Why are you screaming at him? You cost him the match, you dumb fuck. Saying Wardlow can never win the big match. Oh, you just screwed him, you dumb fuck. MJF poked at Wardlow, but Wardlow grabbed MJF's fingers. The chairman, Sean Spears, ran down the ramp and jumped into the ring, separating Wardlow from MJF. Sorry, I had to get a break. Dante Martin versus Team Taz, Powerhouse Hobbs, accompanied by FTW champion Absolute Ricky Starks. Taz joined the commentary team for this match. Dante Martin sprinted to the ring, and he and Hobbs began slugging it out before the bell rang. Dante drop-kicked Hobbs to the outside. Hobbs planted Dante on the arena floor with a spine buster. Hobbs hoisted up Dante in a vertical suplex position and then slammed him down onto the mat. And then he did it a second time for a good measure. Dante rallied back with lefts and rights, but Hobbs clotheslined Dante back to the mat. Hobbs tried to pick Dante off the mat, but Dante kicked Hobbs in the ribs. Hobbs clubbed Dante with a huge forearm. Hobbs ran into Dante with a massive crossbody block, like runaway truck. Dante can't stand up. Look at him, said Taz. Hobbs hurled Dante into the corner, and Dante hit the turnbuckles with so much force with the momentum carried him up and out of the ring. Powerhouse Hobbs is attempting to end the career of Dante Martin, said Excalibur. Dante desperately elbowed Hobbs. Dante Martin jumped at Hobbs, but Hobbs caught him with a torture rack. Dante escaped and followed up with a missile drop kick at Hobbs. Dante took out Hobbs on the outside with a beautiful Tomillo. Hobbs collided with Dante, but Hobbs failed to capitalize. Starks snuck onto the ring apron, about to attack Dante with a cheap shot, but Jay Lethal ran down and prevented Starks from interfering. Dante jumped up onto the top turnbuckle and finished off Hobbs with his nosebleed finisher. Dante Martin pinned Hobbs, and Lethal walked to the back with Dante Martin. Alex Marves interviewed Chris Jericho and the Inner Circle backstage. Eddie Kingston interrupted Jericho. Kingston said Jericho was preventing Santana and Ortiz from being the world champions. Jericho told Kingston to mind his own business. Hager, Santana, and Ortiz walked off. Jericho told Kingston that if Kingston or 2.0 interfered in Sammy's match tonight, Jericho would come for Kingston. MJF walked out on the ramp. MJF, Punk, you had a fluke victory tonight, but next week I'm going to make sure you take your first L. Next week it's CM Punk versus Shawn Spears. AEW World Champion Hangman Adam Page came out to the ring. Page, these past 2 months I've spent 90 minutes in the ring against one of the best in the world. I have poured sweat and spilled enough blood to float a battleship. For this championship, it's all still mine. But 90 minutes, it's not enough. It's a new year. The records have set, and the Hangman needs to a new challenger. Americans' top teams. Dan Lambert interrupted Hangman. Lambert says, the thing I respect the most about you is that you didn't politic like Cody Rhodes. You've earned everything you have in this business with a expectation of your persona. The guy in the village people can put on a cowboy hat, but it doesn't make him a cowboy. For the love of God, stop disrespecting the legacies of the Dick Murdochs or the Blackjack Mulligans. You're just full of cowboy shit. Page says, why don't you come into this ring and let me shove these size 12 cowboy boots up your ass? The Murder Hawk monster, Lance Archer, stormed down to the ring and attacked the AEW World Champion Hangman Adam Page with a steel chair. Archer planted Page onto the steel chair with a blackout slam. Tony Schiavone was backstage to interview Arn Anderson with Brock Anderson and Lee Johnson. Arn said they were in Horseman country. Tully Blanchard and FTR interrupted them. They challenged Brock and Lee to a match next week. They accepted. Hikaru Shida versus the Professor Serena Deeb. As Shida was making her entrance, Deeb blindsided her, clipping Shida's knee. Deeb smacked Shida with Shida's kendo stick. Deeb dropped Shida into knee first onto the steel ring steps. Deeb swarmed Shida and stomped a mud hole. Deeb used a dragon screw on ropes on Shida. This has gotten very personal, as you can see and hear, said Jim Ross. Shida is on one leg. I don't think she can mount any offense, replied Excalibur. Deeb tore off the tape from Shida's knee. Deeb slammed Shida's knee into the mat repeatedly. Referee Paul Turner stopped the match. The safety of the athletes comes first and foremost, said Jim Ross. After the match, Dr. Sampson and ref Paul Turner were checking on Shida. Deeb jumped into the ring and broke the kendo stick over Hikaru Shida. Tony Schiavone was backstage with Christian Cage and AEW World Tag Team Champions Jurassic Express. Jungle Boy says, any top 5 team, anytime we want a challenge. John Silver and Alex Reynolds asked for a match this Friday on Rampage. Jurassic Express agreed. Matt Hardy with Private Party, Mark Quinn, and Isaiah Cassidy versus Penta El Zero Mito with Alex Aberretz. Hardy took down Penta El Zero Miedo, but then Penta El Zero Miedo charged at Hardy and fired a chop at him. Penta El Zero Miedo hit a couple of sling blades on Matt Hardy. He used a rib breaker on Hardy for a near fall. Hardy countered the Fear Factor with a DDT on Penta El Zero Miedo. Hardy almost won the match with that, said Schiavone. Hardy was looking for a superplex, but Penta El Zero Miedo slid underneath. Penta El Zero Miedo climbed back up and dropped the double stomp onto Hardy. They traded chops on the edge of the ring. Penta El Zero Miedo was looking for a Fear Factor on the apron, but Hardy escaped. Hardy dropped Penta El Zero Miedo with a side effect on the apron. Hardy attempted the twist of fate, but Penta El Zero Miedo had escaped. Penta El Zero Miedo was shoved off the turnbuckles by Hardy. Big Money Matt Hardy tried for a moonsault, but Penta El Zero Miedo moved out of the way. Penta El Zero Miedo spiked Matt Hardy with the Fear Factor and then pinned Hardy. After the match, Penta El Zero Miedo had a message for Malachi Black. He said he was going to teach Malachi Black about the respect. The lights turned off in the arena, and when the lights came back on, Malachi Black was in the ring. Black blasted Abernathy's with a roundhouse kick. Then he attacked Penta El Zero Miedo. The Varsity Blondes and Julia Hart ran down to the ring to even up the odds. Julia Hart mentioned for the Blondes to stop. The lights went out again, and this time when they turned on, Brody King was in the ring. King and Black wiped out the Varsity Blondes. The Kings of the Black Throne have arrived, said Excalibur. They acclaimed Matt Caster and Anthony Bowens versus Bear Country, Bear Bronson, and Bear Boulder. Bowens and Caster used combination offense on Bear Bronson. Caster jumped off the ropes with a diving crossbody. Bear Bronson squashed Bowens by sitting down on him. Bronson tagged Bear Boulder in. Bear Boulder bounced the Acclaimed off the mat with a double flatliner. Bear Country tried for the Bear Bomb, but Caster pulled Bowens out of the way. Caster distracted the referee while Bowens pulled Bronson's throat across the ropes. Max Caster hit the mic drop and they pinned Bronson. As the Acclaimed were walked to the back, it began to snow, and Sting walked onto the ramp. Sting with a baseball bat in his hand, said Excalibur. Darby Allin launched himself with a skateboard at Caster. Sting attacked Bowens and hit the boombox with the baseball bat. Sting nailed Caster with a Scorpio death drop. The message from Sting and Darby is clear. Keep our names out of your mouths, said Excalibur. A video package aired of the Bastard Pack. Pack was blindfolded. You might have blinded me, but now I see everything. And it's funny. I'm not angry. I appreciate the blessing. Now my perspective is different and my vision has never been so clear. Tony Schiavone interviewed Matt Hardy backstage. Hardy, maybe I'm focused too much on the future of AEW instead of myself. Something has to change. Andrade El Idolo walked onto the scene with Jose, the assistant. He told Matt Hardy he wanted to work together with Hardy. Hardy, I'm intrigued. I'd love to talk some more, but let's go to my office. Interim TNT Championship match. Spanish God Sammy Guevara as your champion versus Red Death, Daniel Garcia. Legendary pro wrestling luminary David Crockett was ringside to present the winner with the title. Chris Jericho and Eddie Kingston were ringside. Garcia and Sami Zayn wrestled to start the match. Garcia dropped Sami with a big right hand. Garcia continued the onslaught with elbows and kicks. Sami fired back with a kick to Garcia's spine. Sami sent Garcia to the outside and then jumped over the top rope and crashed onto Garcia. Sami tried for the GTH, but Garcia escaped. He caught Sami in midair with backbreaker. Sami rallied back with a double springboard senton. Garcia outside the ring. Garcia pulled Sami off the top rope and followed up with a backdrop driver for a near fall. Sami pulled Garcia into a ring inside cradle for a near fall. Garcia blocked the GTH and stepped through with a Scorpio deathlock. Sami reached for the top ropes and the hold was broken. Garcia charged at Sami, but Sami dodged him. Sami spiked Garcia with the crossroads for a near fall. Sami attempted the double jump into the cutter, but Garcia caught him and pulled back with a bulldog choke. Garcia hit the pile driver on Sami for a near fall. 2.0 attacked Eddie Kingston and then Chris Jericho. Sami knocked out Garcia with the GTH and then pinned him. It took every bit of grit and determination, but Sami pulled out the win, said Excalibur. As David Crockett presented the title belt to Sami, 2.0 attacked Sami from behind. Jericho cleaned house with the baseball bat. Eddie Kingston jumped into the ring and referee Bryce Remsburg had to separate Kingston and Jericho. Catch AEW Dynamite on TBS next Wednesday live at 8/7 Central from the Entertainment and Sports Arena in Washington, D.C. Don't miss AEW Rampage this Friday at 10/9 Central on TNT. And remember, the home of professional wrestling is All Elite Wrestling. Alright, you guys, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way you guys do not miss an upload here on this channel. I'm Unstoppable, and I'm out.
Hey, everybody, it's your boy Skiz here. And if you don't subscribe to Blonde and the Unstoppable Denominator, then you are a toothy bumfuck, pussy-ass bitch motherfucker.